Hey, and thank you for filling in my calorie calculator. You'll get an email which explains your calories to you, but I thought I'd just take a few minutes to explain them to you in a video. Now, don't forget, if you want my help on making sure that these numbers fit you and you want a bit more specific help to you, you can click the link in the button below, fill in a few details, and I will reach out to you on WhatsApp and give you a few pointers. I'd love to help you. So really quickly then, what is calorie balance? Because you've been sent an email that talks to you about calories. Well, depending on what your goal is, will depend on what calories you want to get out of the calorie calculator. So if you want to gain muscle or gain weight, then you need to be eating in an energy surplus. That's when you eat and drink more calories than you burn. Okay, so you will gain body fat, or if you are regularly working out, lifting heavy weights, you can also gain muscle doing that as well. If you want to maintain your weight as it is, you need to eat and drink the same amount of calories as you burn. If you want to lose body fat, you need to eat and drink fewer calories than you burn. That will put you in an energy or a calorie deficit. Okay. And I've given you some options for how you can do that and what my preferred method is below this video. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the law of thermodynamics so that you understand more about the calorie numbers that you've been sent. So you've been sent your total daily energy expenditure. Okay, that is how many calories you utilize in a day based on the information you put into the calorie calculator. And I just want to explain those and break them down a little bit. So this bottom section, this dark grey section here, is your basal metabolic rate, or your resting energy expenditure. This is the amount of calories, it's about 70%, that your body uses every day just to keep it alive. So if you were to lie down on a bed for 24 hours and not move, that's how many calories you use just with your brain going and your heart beating and your breathing, okay? So 70% of the calories you use every day, you can't do anything about them. Let's move to the top part. This is your NREE, which is your non-resting energy expenditure. So this is the stuff that is you being more active. Okay, and I'm going to start from the top because I want you to understand how you can have an impact on these things. So the first one is your exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, and that is roughly between 5 and 10% of your calories every day. That is your formal exercise. If you go to the gym, if you go to classes, if you go running, if you go swimming, this is your formal exercise. Okay. Now, that isn't as much as people think it is, okay? Unless you are an athlete training for hours and hours a day, nearly every day of the week, this is relatively quite low. How can you have a bigger impact on it? Well, you can do more exercise, you could work out harder, you could work out longer, you could work out more times a week. However, you need to think about this because often more exercise pushes up your hunger levels and pushes down your energy levels. So depending on your goals and your current situation, because you might not have time to exercise loads more. And also it's not going to make a huge amount of difference to your calories. Next, we've got the thermic effect of food. And this is roughly about 10-12%, okay? This is the calories it takes your body to digest your food. And the biggest impact you can have on this is by eating a high protein diet, because your body uses more calories to digest protein than it does fats and carbs. So that's where you can have the most impact on that one. The next one, final one here, is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is your general movement. This is your steps, okay? And this is roughly around 15% of your calorie expenditure every day. And this is exactly why coaches like me tell you to get your steps in, to move more, just be more generally active outside of the gym, because it has an impact on around 15% of your calories, which is much more than the other two. You can have more of an impact. So by just being more generally active over, just trying to exercise more or trying to eat less, this will have a bigger impact. So that explains thermodynamics and the numbers that you received in the email. Like I said, if you want help really making these numbers applicable to you, fill in the little form. There's only a couple of questions and I will reach out to you and I will let you know how you can make the changes that you need to. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.